Yo, now meet me with that wag ass trash ass. I don't give a rat's ass what be on your body, motherfucker. I been in the old ass, cold ass, ain't no heater air passing through the big body, motherfucker. Tell your people meet me in the lobby, motherfucker, with a bag of fettuccine cold cat, motherfucker. I'm too godly not to get the fucking bag, motherfucker. No more sitting on my ass being sad, motherfucker. Now let's get this straight. I play no games. Fuck out my face. Look, oh your birthday. Look, I got no time now. Don't be sublime. Ain't no bus for you to beat around the day, motherfucker on the game.
Soul food, nigga, come and get a plate. This that music for the spirit, come and get a taste. Fuck a carbon copy, boy, I'm about to innovate. Liberated soldier, nigga, watch me demonstrate. Hey, soul food, nigga, come and get a plate. This that music for the spirit, come and get a taste. Fuck a carbon copy, boy, I'm about to innovate. Liberated soldier, nigga, watch me demonstrate. Oh, you just bought a Lamborghini? Well, I just got asylum like a fiend. Extra veggies, don't put cheese on my panini. Only time I fuck with meat is when I'm beefing. Them niggas mad cause they hungry, bitch, we eatin'. Fucking private cause in public we ain't speaking. Had to cut them niggas off cause they were leeching. Got all that knowledge but ain't practice what you preach. Oh, bitch ass nigga, how you your brother's keeper but ain't never there when they need you.
Hey, what's cracking? It's K-HiSox, HiSox High Level, Rap Hippies, still on quarantine, still doing this. Whew, we're breathing out here, we're trying to exercise, we're trying to stay productive, all that, but we're keeping it rolling, and I got another underground artist, and honestly, y'all, this is one of my favorites. North Carolina, stand up, but we're not talking to P.D. Paulo, we're talking to Deniro Farrar. What's cracking, man?
What's going on, man? Pleasure to be here, man.
Yeah, man, we appreciate everything you're doing right now. We're going to get into the project you just dropped, Soul Food, loving it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For the people that aren't familiar with your work, like, please let them know, because I've been following you since Mind of a Gemini. So,
oh, wow. Okay.
like, yeah, man. So let them know, you know, let's say you come from North Carolina, but let them know about how long you've been doing this and, you know, how you got into everything.
Right. 2020 made a decade for me within the industry of music. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. And Soul Food that I released in March made my 12th project. So okay. Yeah, man, I've been out here putting in a lot of work, man.
Yeah. So you have this, like, everybody has their kind of niche and like what they call their genre of music. You have cult rap.
Right.
Talk about that a little bit.
I mean, honestly, when I created cult rap, is because I know that every time I've ever heard any other artist, they've always been kind of categorized and put in this box. I wanted to kind of create my own lane with the music, because I always felt it was really unique music, because I was just speaking my life and life experiences that people kind of drew and connected with, you know, my life experiences within the music. So I was like, well, I might as well have my own lane. And that's what cult rap was about. I would say 2011, I had got really heavy into just researching cults and cult leaders like Charles Manson, Jim Jones, stuff like that. And not that I really was like, you know, trying to have a cult or not like that, but I was just like, what made these dudes so powerful, you know? And yeah, man, they were just like regular dudes, but what they were doing was just super impactful and people wanted to follow that. So cult is just really short for culture rap. But, you know, because the music, the lifestyle embodies the whole culture. Like, it's popular to be fit now, to eat clean, to be a Black father, to be educated, to be just more than a rapper and multifaceted. So, you know, I just kind of shortened it up. But yeah, it's a cult-like following because it's very grassroots and organic.
Okay. So between where you were when you dropped Mind of a Gemini to where you are now, what was that growth like? What types of experiences did you yourself, like, you know, go through to get to where you, because I feel like it was like a kind of a 180, you know?
Right. Well, I would say, man, I mean, you know, I think that's just the duality within the music, you know, because like I say, we're having 12 projects out. Mind of a Gemini was probably maybe 8. you know, of the 12. And long before that, I think I was experimenting with the duality where I would go back and forth between social commentary and street rap. And I would just kind of placate on that between projects. So the growth between Mind of a Gemini and Soul Food, I would say I had another child, you know, in between those projects. Just continuing to grow as a man, you know, sharpening my toolbox. I went to school between Mind of a Gemini and Red Book. I mean, I said Red Book, man. I got so many damn projects out. Mind of a Gemini and Soul Food.
Yeah.
So just you know, just experimenting a lot, man. Growing as a man, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Life experiences, man. And my brother being free, my brother Tune. So it was just a lot, you know, that took place between that project and this one.
Okay. So when you dropped your projects or whatever, well, matter of fact, let's go a little before that. North Carolina with hip hop. What was that scene like for you growing up?
I mean, I didn't really listen to a lot of North Carolina artists, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, like, I'm really in the same age group and generation as, like, Lil Brother, J. Cole. So I didn't really grow up on their music. I kind of grew with their music, I would say. P.D. Pablo, of course, had the record, but it wasn't, I don't think, impactful enough where I, like, felt like I grew up with P.D. Pablo's music. It was just a part of my era, you know, that particular song. But I mean, you know, it wasn't really a huge scene like that from North Carolina. Of course, Ninth Wonder was always doing his production thing, but it wasn't really a huge scene. We were listening kind of to whoever anybody else was listening to that was mainstream. Jay-Z, you know, whoever was running the radio waves at the time, you know what I'm saying, the airways, Ja Rule, DMX, you know. When I was growing up, I would say the East Coast really had it on lock at the time. But as I gotten older in my teens, that's when the South, you know what I'm saying, and the West Coast really just kind of, you know, took over with it.
Right. So, you know, let's jump into Soul Food a little bit. This is yet another, like, really deep project of yours. And you have songs like, you know, you have Prison Systems, which, you got King, you got Sins. Explain to me what the kind of theme of this project was for you.
Liberation, you know, freeing the mind, body, and the soul. You know, actually putting social commentary in the music in terms of diet, free thinking, you know, freedom of thought, independent thought, to challenge and to question the things that they're showing us, you know. So that was really just the main idea behind it, man. Getting people to think freely, getting people to be more health conscious as far as how they eat and consume their food, and just to question everything they see.
For sure. I listened to Prison Systems a couple of times. Where exactly did you get the inspiration for that song?
The song actually came to me as a feature record. And, you know, at the time, you know, I had a situation with Warner Brother, and when they sent me over the record, they wanted me just featured on the record because the people who were singing on the hook actually produced the beat. And, you know, when my A&R sent it to me, I was working on a project called Red Book at the time, and I told them I didn't want to be on the song, not because I didn't feel like the song was great with great potential, because I wanted to own the record. I felt like the record was so powerful, I didn't want to be on it if it wasn't my song. I didn't want to be a feature on a record that powerful. I wanted to own it. And so, you know, with some negotiating, I ended up owning the song. So, the lyrics, you know, the inspiration for the lyrics just came from a real life situation. My brother was fighting a case, and those were the opening lyrics, you know, sitting in the courtroom, Tune on the stand, hoping that a story get believed by a man. Like, that was just real life, and what, you know, I was dealing with, experiencing vicariously through my brother's situation, because he was fighting for his life, you know what I'm saying, when I was writing that record. So
okay. You came in with King and Trent the Hooligan. What all these songs, like, they flow perfectly. I don't know if you, like, put them in order yourself or what, but they flow perfectly because it's giving you something in each one. But Liberation, like you said, is definitely the theme of it. When you think about your kids and, you know, raising them, how is it that you, because I'm sure you instill what you talk about in your records to your children.
Right.
Is that difficult in this day and age?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say teaching the lessons is difficult. You know, I would say not having, you know, all of my children living under one roof is the most difficult part about teaching the lessons, because, you know, the primary caretaker isn't me. So it's like, you know, it's a bunch of trying to do and undo at the same time, you know, and hoping that the lessons stick when I have them, you know, with me. So that's probably the only challenge, I would say. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Are we gonna get any visuals for any of these? Because all of them are super powerful. So you got, whenever we get out of this, you know.
Yeah, I mean, shit, you know, all of the visuals is contingent upon the state of the world, you know, and what the world finna do. Shit, we can't even really go outside like this.
You barely go outside.
Yeah, so all of the videographers scared right now. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't no huge name like that within the industry, ain't nobody taking no risk like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get it. I understand, because I don't even know if I want a dude around me with a camera. You know what I'm saying? So, but I would love to, for sure. I definitely got plans on dropping Visual to Sin, China Bus, a few more records, man. The lifespan of soul food will continue once this pandemic is done.
Right. The China Bus was interesting. You got to shoot that in New York, because you referenced it. You got to shoot that in New York if you can. But,
yeah, I'm gonna do a real bus ride. I'm gonna really take the China Bus from Charlotte to New York City. You know what I'm saying? And show the actual conditions. I'm gonna show the actual conditions of the damn bus, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the conditions are terrible, man, on those China Bus rides.
So it's funny that, well, it's not funny, but you know, we're living in this time right now. What are you doing to keep yourself sane? Like, especially as an artist, what are you doing right now?
Right. I mean, honestly, man, you know, I would say for the past couple of years, my lifestyle really hasn't been too crazy. You know, I do a lot of at-home chilling, you know what I'm saying? So my life ain't really took a different shape. It's this everyday life for me. You know what I'm saying? My youngest son is here from LA living with me. So, I mean, other than that, that was probably the most drastic change since the pandemic, him being here. But other than that, it really haven't been much of a difference. I still get it in. I got my workout equipment right there in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? I still get active. I got a library of books. I mean, I got a studio set up in the crib. Like, I mean, you know.
For sure. What's the last good book that you read?
The Body Keeps the Score. I'm actually rereading that book. The Body Keeps the Score. The I Factor by Van Moody. Ways of the Superior Man.
Classic. I read that one.
Yeah.
Solid, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's important to keep your brain active right now, keep your body active right now, because people are going crazy, man. People are really going crazy and just staying indoors, you know, and they need something to keep active. So I understand that you are also like having other artists under your label right now.
Well, Trent the Hooligan is the only other artist that I have on the label. Yeah, shout out to Trent.
Okay. And he was on King, so definitely whoever's listening to this, go back and listen to that, because I was like,
first voice you hear, man.
Yeah.
When the project turned on, first voice, you know, and I felt like that's what made the project so selfless to me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if a person has a project, the first voice you would probably hear is theirs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was a very selfless move on my end. Just like, damn, like the first person you hear when you turn on my project ain't me. Like, that's dope.
Yeah, no, I respect that, man. I respect that, because I had to check. I'm like, who is this? This ain't Deniro, because you have a very distinct voice. You know?
Right.
So you have all these songs about, you know, liberation and the Black experience, but then, like, I think it's so dope that you also have the hood experience, and you got hood records too. Like, I was listening to one of my favorite songs, like I listen to probably weekly, is Stuck for the Bag?
Yeah.
Hey, that one slaps. I love that song.
Yeah.
So I think it's dope that you have this dichotomy of like just getting super, super activist, but then you got those bangers too. You know,
Right.
like you have the back and forth, which I love, man. So hopefully we get out of this quarantine soon so we could get some visuals from you.
Yeah.
I would love, I don't know, when's the last time you was in Atlanta?
Oh man, it's been a minute. Last time I was in Atlanta, I went to Tree Sound and recorded. I got with my boy Izzy Beats and tapped in with him, but that was a while ago, man. That was probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Bro, we gotta get you out here, man.
Oh man, of course, man. I got a vibe down in Atlanta.
Yeah,
so
we
I gotta.
That's what's up, man. But yeah, I appreciate you, you know, chopping it up with us today.
Sure.
Stay safe out there, man. Like everybody,
Yes, sir.
Stay inside. Like this is real. It's whatever is going on. So, but yeah, man, Deniro Farrar, big fan, bro. We appreciate all your work.
Thank you.
Rap Hippies, K-HiSox High Level. Where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, leaderofcultrap.com. You can find me Deniro Farrar on Facebook, Deniro Farrar on Twitter. Yeah, man, on all digital streaming platforms, all 12 of my projects are up. So, yeah, run it.
All right, we appreciate it, man.